dramatic testimony in the murder trial of Joseph Merlino. He is accused of using cyanide to kill his ex on Valentine's Day.
Today we learned forensic scientists found damaging evidence on Merlino's computer, including in the search history. 13 News Now reporter Allie Weatherton just stepped out of the courtroom.
Prosecutors called today's witnesses the heart of their case. We heard from a computer forensic examiner who testified he reviewed the hard drive on what's believed to be Merlino's device. On it, the examiner says Google searches asking, what if cyanide gets in the bloodstream and how many milligrams of cyanide will kill you? Another key witness is Jeannie Anderson with the FBI. She decodes encrypted messages. During Merlino's jail stay, he wrote unreadable notes to his mom and girlfriend. Jail staff intercepted the messages and gave them to Anderson. She read some of the letters out loud after deciphering them. She says the messages showed Merlino wanted to create fake evidence, an alibi, and persuade witnesses. Another member of the FBI cellular analysis team testified that Merlino's phone was in the Victoria, Virginia area from February 13th to the 15th. He says someone used the phone on the 13th, but it wasn't used again for 22 hours after that. The last person to testify today was the chief medical examiner. She says Ellie Tran died from a well above lethal limit of cyanide. Now, the prosecution has one more witness to testify tomorrow. Then it's the defense's turn to bring their witnesses to the stand. In Virginia Beach, Allie Weatherton, 13 News Now.